You may not have even noticed, but your body might have been trying to send you a signal for a long time. A silent signal, but a very important one. When a man wakes up without that morning erection he always had, it's common to think it's just age. But it's not quite like that. Today, about 7 out of every 10 men over 60 have already lost this natural reflex of the body. And what few know is that this may be the first warning that something in your circulation is no longer working as it did before. It's not a punishment from time, nor a matter of luck. It's simply the body asking for help. And the good news is that it can still respond. I'm Dr. Theodore Chambers, a medical specialist in men's health and healthy aging. And in the next few minutes I want to show you how a small ritual of just 3 minutes done right when you wake up can restore something that seemed lost. The vitality, the potency and the confidence that time seems to have taken away. But we're not talking about expensive medications or miraculous promises, but rather science, simple habits that awaken the best in your own body. Before we continue, leave me a comment telling me what country you're watching from. Your participation helps grow this community of brave men who decided to take control of their health. Your voice matters, and your experience can help another man who is suffering in silence. So, before we continue, take a deep breath. This could be the first step to changing your mornings and perhaps also changing the way you feel as a man. The invisible problem of mornings. Think about your routine when you wake up. The alarm goes off, you grab your phone, take a look at messages, get up quickly, go to the bathroom, make a strong coffee, and start the day. Seems harmless, right? But this small script repeated for years may be silently weakening your circulation and, along with it, your potency. Specialists call this the morning massacre, a set of automatic habits that trigger a chain reaction in your body, especially in the first 60 minutes of the day. It's at this moment that many men, without realizing it, sabotage their own sexual health. After a whole night of sleep, the body is naturally dehydrated. The blood becomes thicker, circulates with more difficulty, and the level of nitric oxide, the molecule that allows the dilation of vessels and therefore erection, is at its lowest point. When you go straight to strong coffee, without water and without movement, the situation gets worse. Caffeine on an empty stomach constricts blood vessels by up to 20%. This means that exactly the pipes that should fill with blood in the morning become compressed. In addition, coffee triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, which blocks testosterone, the fuel of virility. And there's another detail that almost nobody talks about. When you get up suddenly, blood tends to accumulate in the legs for a few seconds, reducing flow to the pelvic region. It's as if the body takes a while to understand that it needs to send blood to the brain and also to the right place down there. When this happens every day, for months or years, the vascular system begins to forget how to behave correctly. The vessels lose elasticity, circulation becomes slow, and the erectile response weakens. But calm down, there's nothing permanent about this. What time and bad habits have done, science has already shown can be reversed. With small changes, it's possible to teach the body again to circulate blood efficiently and healthily. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you next. A simple, natural, and proven method that can transform your mornings and your life. Simple and clear scientific explanation. In recent years, major universities began to look more closely at what really causes erectile dysfunction in mature men, and the result surprised even the most experienced doctors. A Harvard study showed that in 87% of cases, the problem has nothing to do with low testosterone or with age. The true origin is in circulation, more specifically, in the health of the blood vessels that carry blood to the penis. Think of these vessels as if they were small irrigation pipes. Over time, they suffer the effects of inflammation, stress, and poor diet. These damages cause what we call endothelial dysfunction. That is, the vessels lose the ability to open and close efficiently. When the brain sends the signal of desire, blood should flow freely to fill the cavernous bodies of the penis. But if those pipes are rigid, inflamed or narrowed, the flow is weak, irregular, and the result is a partial erection or none. The vessels of the penis are the thinnest in the entire body. Some are only 1/3 the thickness of a hair. That's why they're the first to suffer when there's any circulation problem. Many specialists call erectile dysfunction the canary in the mine of heart diseases, the first sign that something in the vascular system isn't going well. But here's the good news. These vessels aren't destroyed, they're just asleep. Studies from MIT and the Cleveland Clinic confirmed that with the right stimulation, they can recover elasticity and return to functioning almost like new. This process is called vascular remodeling and can happen in a few weeks, even in men over 70 or 80 years old. In other words, the problem isn't the time that passed, but the signals that your body stopped receiving. And it's precisely to reactivate these signals that the 3-minute morning protocol exists. A simple set of steps capable of turning on this network of vessels again, restoring flow and male vitality. Now that you understand the true reason behind the loss of potency, I want to show you something simple, natural, and powerful. A small ritual that can completely change your day and, over time, transform your sexual health. I call it the 3-minute morning protocol. 3 quick stages that add up to less than 1880 seconds, but that awaken the body from the inside out. 1. Intelligent hydration. As soon as you open your eyes, before anything else, drink 2 glasses of water at room temperature. No ice-cold water that gives a thermal shock, and not too hot, that's absorbed more slowly. Warm or room temperature water enters the bloodstream quickly and helps thin the blood, facilitating circulation. But there's an essential detail. Add a small pinch of natural sea salt. It can be Celtic salt or Himalayan pink salt. These salts contain dozens of minerals that reactivate the natural electricity of cells, improving nerve conduction to the genitals and increasing irrigation. I remember the case of Michael, 63 years old, from Chicago, who spent almost 3 years without morning erections. 4 days after starting the protocol, he wrote to me, "Doctor, it was incredible. I woke up and noticed that something had started working again." This happens because with water and minerals, the body finally manages to send blood where it should go. 2. Awakening the vessels. Still lying down without getting out of bed, do 3 simple movements. Movement 1, flex and extend your feet about 20 times, as if you were pushing the floor. This activates the calf muscles, called the second heart, responsible for pumping blood back to the body. Movement 2, tilt the torso gently forward and backward 15 times. This rocking activates the pelvic floor muscles, true heroes of erectile function. Movement 3, breathe deeply 5 times, expanding the abdomen and not the chest. This type of breathing increases the production of nitric oxide, the molecule that dilates vessels and sustains erection. These simple gestures create an agreement between body and circulation. Blood begins to flow, vessels open, and muscles receive oxygen. Research from the Cleveland Clinic with men over 60 years old showed that after 14 days of similar practices, 1% reported improvement in erection, and after 30 days the number rose to 9. And most importantly, none of them used medications, supplements or surgeries. 3. Hormonal optimization. Before having coffee and still on an empty stomach, mix 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil with the juice of half a fresh lemon. It may seem strange, but the science behind it is clear. The good fats in olive oil send the body an immediate signal to increase testosterone production, while the vitamin C in lemon helps release nitric oxide. This combination stimulates hormones and protects vessels at the same time. Robert, 68 years old, from Boston, told me he thought the recipe was crazy, but on the 5th day his wife asked if he was taking some medication. On the 10th, she joked, "You're hiding a secret from me, aren't you?" And the secret was just olive oil, lemon, and consistency. After that, wait about 20 minutes before coffee and avoid drinking it on an empty stomach. Eat something light with it, like eggs, rich in choline, an essential nutrient for nerve and sexual function. When you combine these 3 steps, hydrate, move, and nourish, you create a perfect environment for vessels to regenerate and for the body to return to producing and responding to the natural hormones of masculinity. Science shows that small changes, when done consistently, can generate lasting results. In just 2 weeks, many men report the first morning erections. In 4 weeks, function stabilizes. And best of all, there are no side effects or need for medications. It's just your body doing what it always knew how to do, as long as you treat it with the right care and rhythm. When you start following the 3-minute protocol, the changes don't take long to appear. The body responds naturally, as if it had only waited for the right signal to start working again. In the first 2 days, it's common to urinate more frequently. This means the body is rebalancing, eliminating excess fluid retained during the night. Soon after comes a feeling of lightness, mental clarity, and energy right in the morning. It's as if the fog that usually accompanies waking up begins to dissipate. Between the 3rd and 7th day, many men report something exciting: the return of the first morning erections, sometimes still discreet, but consistent. It's the clearest sign that blood has returned to circulating with strength, and that the vascular system is waking up again. In the 2nd week, progress accelerates. Erections become firmer and more spontaneous, not just when waking up, but also during the day. Mood improves, confidence is reborn, and even posture changes. When a man feels strong again, this reflects in everything: in speech, in look, and in relationships. With 3 to 4 weeks, erectile function tends to stabilize, circulation reorganizes, hormonal balance improves, and the body returns to producing nitric oxide at ideal levels. This happens because the endothelial cells that line blood vessels renew completely that is, in less than a month. Your body can literally build new vessels, more elastic and efficient. A Japanese study proved this. Men who followed a similar protocol increased penile blood flow by 67%. Imaging tests showed real changes in vessel elasticity, and not just a temporary improvement. All this without medications, without side effects, and without depending on artificial solutions. It's the body itself returning to do what nature planned: function with vitality. And the most beautiful thing is to see how this transformation doesn't stop at the physical part. It reflects in the mind, in mood, and in self-esteem. Each morning becomes a reminder that there's still a lot of vigor inside you, just waiting to be awakened. Additional care and nighttime secret for the morning protocol to work in the best way. It's important to also take care of the nights. After all, it's while you sleep that the body produces hormones, repairs tissues, and strengthens blood vessels. A common mistake among many men is sleeping on the stomach. This position, despite seeming comfortable, compresses the vessels of the pelvic region throughout the night, making circulation difficult. Try to sleep on your side or on your back. Your body and your circulation will thank you. Another detail is underwear. Tight boxers increase the temperature of the testicles, which reduces testosterone production. Prefer light, looser fabrics, or, if possible, sleep without underwear. Allowing the body to breathe is a simple gesture that can make an enormous difference. And be careful with liquids before sleeping. Drinking a lot of water in the 2 hours before sleep may seem healthy, but causes the opposite effect. Getting up several times at night to urinate interrupts deep sleep, precisely the moment when the body reaches the natural peak of testosterone. The ideal is to hydrate well during the day and reduce liquid consumption at night. These small nighttime adjustments potentiate the effects of the morning protocol. When the body rests well, circulation and hormones balance, and waking up becomes lighter and more energized. Many patients tell me, "Doctor, I never imagined that something so simple could make such a difference." And I always respond, the secret is in consistency. Taking care of mornings is essential, but taking care of nights is what guarantees that the body truly regenerates. With restorative sleep, oxygenated tissues and relaxed vessels, your body prepares for a new day full of strength, vitality and confidence. Now that you know the protocol and the care that accompanies it, I want to leave you a simple but powerful invitation. Reserve 3 minutes of your day every morning. It's not a medication or a miraculous promise. It's just your body being reactivated with respect and consistency. In a few days you'll feel the difference. More energy, more clarity, more confidence, and little by little what seemed lost begins to return. Not just potency, but also the joy of feeling alive. Try it for a week, observe what changes and share your experience in the comments. Here we're building a community of men who don't accept decline as destiny, but as a challenge to overcome. If this video helped you, give me a like, share it with other men you know are fighting in silence. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet so this community of brave men continues to grow, and leave me your country in the comments. Your experience can help another man who is suffering without a voice. Here there's no shame, only real solution. Take care of yourself, trust your body, and remember, age is not the end of vitality. It's just the right moment to recover it. I'm Dr. Theodore Chambers, and your male potency begins with these 3 minutes every morning. See you in the next video.